Fascinating source material today that outlines how artificial intelligence is completely upending traditional careers and, at the exact same time, unlocking massive, unprecedented business opportunities. We're examining a technological shift here that presents some pretty severe risks for established industries, for sure. But for those who are willing to adapt, the upside is absolutely huge.
So the sources kick things off by posing a genuinely tough question. Is spending 15 to 20 years grinding for a medical degree or prepping for those grueling traditional exams suddenly a complete waste of time? It's a harsh reality to even think about, right? Especially considering the massive investment. We're talking sometimes up to 1 crore rupees just to get that professional title. But as you'll see, the traditional playbook isn't just changing, it's literally being rewritten from scratch.
And the stakes here are incredibly high. Even top government advisors are out there warning that traditional career paths, like dedicating years of your life to prep for the UPSC exams, are rapidly becoming obsolete in this new era. When you have the highest levels of government questioning our most rigorous, prestigious systems, you know we absolutely have to pay attention. Think about it. The history we learned yesterday is the exact same history being taught today, but the skills you actually need for tomorrow, they are completely different now.
Okay, so here's our roadmap for this explainer. First, we'll look at the new world of AI. Then, we'll tackle the big question. Is AI actually a threat? After that, we'll break down LLMs and new tech, pivot into the big opportunities in AI business, and finally wrap up with ethical AI and what the future holds.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1, the new world of AI, and how it's completely shifting the global paradigm.
Get this, we are actually seeing 13-year-olds, kids with absolutely zero background in coding, successfully pitching AI startups on television shows. It's crazy. AI has essentially leveled the playing field, bringing highly technical folks and totally non-technical people to the exact same starting line. If you've got a solid vision and you can spot a gap in the market, you don't need to spend years learning how to code anymore. The AI is your coder now. Your vision and your strategy matter way more than knowing technical syntax.
Which brings us to Section 2, is AI a threat? We really need to look at the obsolescence of traditional jobs.
So tech leaders, including folks like Elon Musk, have been sounding the alarm about ASI, or artificial superintelligence. We're talking about advanced AI systems that could entirely bypass and exceed all human intelligence, potentially as early as this year. This isn't just your basic factory automation anymore. We are talking about synthetic intelligence that can literally outthink, outreason, and outperform us.
To really picture this disruption in action, check out this real-world example from China. They already have an AI hospital up and running with 14 AI doctors. And they aren't just chatbots. They're diagnosing diseases, prescribing meds, and even handling complex surgeries based on a massive active database of 4 crore. That's 40 million patients. If you're a highly trained doctor thinking your years of experience make you immune to AI, well, this kind of proves that an AI system armed with the combined experience of millions of real-life cases is coming for even the most highly skilled medical professions.
Now, to put the whole job replacement thing into perspective, look at the number 1,500. Massive companies like Amazon, for example, have recently swapped out 1,100,000 human warehouse employees doing repetitive tasks and replaced them with just 1,500 AI robots. That's a staggering ratio. A single AI system can now do the work of 10 or even thousands of traditional workers. So if your daily job involves a lot of repetitive tasks, that threat isn't just looming, it's practically already at your doorstep.
Moving on to Section 3, LLMs and new technology. Let's peek under the hood at the exact engine powering this massive shift.
Okay, so an LLM, or large language model, is basically the foundational data brain, the core language of AI. It's the exact tech powering the platforms you probably use every day, like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude, using vast amounts of data. But here's an interesting point from the sources. Despite having all these massive tech corporations and heavy government funding, India actually still hasn't developed its own native large language model. And relying entirely on foreign LLMs, that means all our data goes elsewhere. It really highlights a pretty huge gap in local technological sovereignty.
Let's pivot to the good stuff in Section 4. Big opportunities in AI business, or what we like to call the keys to the kingdom.
Think about starting a traditional physical business today. You're dealing with physical inventory, broken goods, messy courier logistics, and incredibly high overhead. Now, compare that with an AI SaaS business, software as a service business model. As the sources point out, with AI SaaS, you've got zero physical inventory. You have automated digital delivery, and it all runs on this incredibly scalable, high-margin automation. It is hands down one of the most powerful, lucrative business models you could possibly tap into right now.
And here's where it gets totally wild. 2 minutes. Using modern AI platforms, completely non-technical folks can literally build and launch a fully functioning, highly complex application in just 2 minutes, using nothing but text prompts. You just describe your idea. Say, you want an ancient Ayurveda app designed to tackle modern lifestyle diseases, and boom, the AI builds the entire app for Android, iOS, and the web almost instantly. It's like magic, but it's just incredibly good tech. Plus, you can run this whole show entirely by yourself using what's called the PPM framework. That stands for Product, Positioning, Marketing, Operations, and Revenue. Thanks to AI, you can seamlessly automate that entire funnel without needing to hire a massive team. The AI helps create the product, dials in the positioning, targets your exact audience for marketing, runs operations like customer service via voice agents, and just processes the revenue for you, literally while you sleep.
And the real-world results from the sources? They are absolutely striking. We're talking about a 16-year-old student who launched an AI business and landed a 1 lakh rupee client in just a single month. Or a real estate developer in Nashik who used AI automated marketing to push over 100 units, generating 50 crores in just 3 days. 3 days! Then there's an Ahmedabad design studio that brought in 1.5 crores in 3 months. The sheer scale and the speed of this revenue generation, it's just completely rewriting the rules of business.
Because of all this, the educational mission happening right now is huge, and it's aimed straight at combating that threat of unemployment. There are programs rolling out under Mission 2030 with the goal of certifying 1 lakh AI startup founders right here in India. Things that used to cost lakhs of rupees at traditional universities are now being taught in these intense, specialized 90-day AI programs that cost less than your daily cup of coffee. I mean it, the barrier to entry has quite literally never been lower.
All right, finally, let's hit Section 5, Ethical AI and the Future, and why there's a huge call for regulation and safety.
Now we have to talk about the darker side, because the sources raise some very valid alarms about this tech being unregulated. We've got autonomous AI agents out there already creating their own private social networks, communicating with each other in secret languages that we humans can't even decode. Add to that the rampant, unauthorized cloning of Bollywood celebrity voices and avatars. It's a massive danger if this falls into the wrong hands. All of this really underscores the urgent need for a dedicated official Indian AI ministry and a strict AI safety framework, much like the ones the EU and the US are already putting together.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, the big, critical question remains. Are you going to ride this tsunami of change, or are you going to let yourself be swept away by it? The old rules of business and education, they're being rewritten every single day. So what's it going to be? Are you going to use these totally accessible, practical steps to build your own AI automated business, or are you just going to watch from the sidelines and let this massive technological wave leave you behind? The choice is absolutely yours.